It's about time. What's going on? Rumor report. Rumor report.
This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, on Fox Soul show Cocktails with Queens, Vivica Fox is under fire. And that is because she said that Young Thug is a sexy-ass looking cockroach. Listen.
Vivica, do you think he's attractive?
You know, he's just like a good, sexy ass looking cockroach. And I don't mean that mean, like I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like he looks like, you know what I mean? Because it's like the hair and everything like that, but he's very,
I know what you mean.
He's got rock star quality. Like he would be a great animation character.
I don't know how I would take that. They call me a sexy ass roach. Is there a sexy ass roach?
There's a bad history of people calling black people cockroaches too, as an insult. That's what the real issue was.
Well, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And, you know, who said cockroaches are cosmetically challenged? You never looked at a cockroach.
They're disgusting. Cockroaches are disgusting.
From the top.
To you, not for everybody. I'm sure there's somebody out there
By the
that
way,
like cockroaches.
Cockroaches might have handsome faces. When have you ever looked at a cockroach's face? When have you ever been face to face with a cockroach? Exactly. You step on it from the top. You ain't never looked at a cockroach's face. Cockroaches might have handsome faces. We don't know.
No, they're not handsome. Sorry.
Let's pull it up. Let's look and see. None of y'all have ever seen a cockroach's face. You're liars.
So you think cockroaches can be cute?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never looked at a cockroach's face. We always just step on them from the top.
All right. Now, Lauryn Hill recently did an interview with Rolling Stone, and she talked about why she never did a second album. She said, "The wild thing is no one from my label has ever called me and asked, how can we help you make another album ever? Did I say ever? Ever?" She said, "With the miseducation, there was no precedent. I was, for the most part, free to explore, experiment, and express. After the miseducation, there were scores of tentacled obstructionist politics, repressing agendas, unrealistic expectations, and saboteurs everywhere. People had included me in their own narratives of their success as it pertained to my album. And if this contradicted my experience, I was considered an enemy." So that's why she's never done a second album.
I highly doubt that after the success of the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that no one from the record label reached out and attempted to get her to do a second album.
Like, yeah, that sounds crazy. I'm not gonna say she's a liar, but that just sounds like a lie.
I'm not gonna say she's a liar, but I just know these record label people. After the success of the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that album was huge. Nobody reached out to try to get her to do a second album.
Doesn't make sense. I know they definitely were trying to get her to do a Fugees album though, really hard. So, and then she had a lot of legal issues after that first album came out, but I don't know what happened behind the scenes, if it was a breakdown between management and the label or what. All right, now let's talk about Boosie. He was discussing being in jail and how some people hooked him up with some cash. Here's what he had to say.
That Katt Williams gave me $10,000 cash, all hundreds. I never forget. I thank you for that, Katt, bro. And I really appreciate it, bro. You helped me put a down payment on the lease in New Orleans, bro. Thank you, Katt. You need that 10 back? I got you. Got it in Plies. Gave my mama like $5K a piece when I was for my trial. Jesus ain't give me no money. Jesus gave me motivation, you know. When you're in jail, you just need motivation. You need somebody to talk to.
You know what? That's interesting that he said he would. No, we didn't. Envy was talking about it, but we didn't play it. But anyway, I was going to say, he said he's got that money for Katt Williams. If people do give you money like that when you're down, should you pay them back when you back up? Or is that just...
But I mean, Katt Williams didn't give it to him for that reason. Katt Williams didn't give it to him and say, "Hey, I'm paying you back." But if you feel like you want to repay that person, why not?
Or pay it
like,
forward.
would y'all do that? Would you be like, "Hey, here's that money you gave me," and like, would y'all do that?
I would pay it back, or I would ask the person, "Do you mind if I pay it forward? Give it to somebody else that might need that same help or same opportunity."
Yeah, and like I said yesterday about this story, Katt Williams does stuff like this all the time for people. Like if you talk to a lot of different people, not even just entertainers, just regular people in the street, they tell stories of Katt Williams just randomly giving them money.
All right, and the Queen's Gambit, that show is actually the highest ranked show on Netflix. They said the only other Netflix show to get more views was Tiger King. So the Queen's Gambit, they are saying, according to reports, the chess master Beth Harmon, who was played by Anya Taylor-Joy, she actually gets to keep the clothes that she wore on the show. Did you know that?
No, I didn't even think about that, actually. I just know that it's a dope show.
The clothes are, I look at stuff like that all the time because those outfits were pretty amazing that she had. So when she was asked if she got to keep them, she said because she worked so closely with the person that was in charge of all of that with the fashion and the stylist, they said, you know what, we found these together. The line is very blurry, so you should just take them home. So she gets to keep that. I don't think there's going to be a season 2 of Queen's Gambit, though.
No,
no,
it has to be. I mean, it's a great show. I mean, it's very entertaining, and I thought it was dope. I mean, they got to bring back the next season. I think, anyway.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. All right. Now, for everybody else, Revolt will be back next week. If you're looking for Revolt, they'll be back next week. So shout out to Revolt, and the People's Choice Mix is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.